I know why you're here. You're tired of this trash. So let's go ahead and put a touchscreen in. I'm gonna show you how. And thank you to BINIZE for providing the radio. And by the way, this is a Dodge Ram 1500. Let's get started. Straight out the box, this bad boy is packaged nicely. It's not gonna come broken or chipped, so that's a plus. And you get all the wires that you need. In order to pop this off, you're gonna have two T20 screws holding it on top right there. And once you take those out, you can pry it off. So with your T20 in hand, go ahead and pop those out with a little zip here and a little bop right there, and they're ready to come out. And by the way, I'll leave a full inventory of all the tools that I use towards the end. Let's keep going. So they give you this nice little pry tool, and I tried to pry it from on top first and failed, as you can see. So then I got my big bear claws, and then I started tugging down here gently, and it started popping. So then I just made my way around all the way to the top, and here is where I used the pry tool to help me the rest of the way. So I did that, and it came off nicely. And now you can see all 5 connectors. You got one there, one there, one there, and then the ones right here and here. And all you gotta do is just push it, and then you're gonna finagle it out just like this. Same thing with this one, and then this one right here, same way. Get you in there. So boom, push it, pull it. Same thing with the green one right here. Push it and then pull it. And then the red one right here is the one I told you might give you an issue, but just wiggle it, it'll pop out. So now that everything's disconnected, we can go ahead and move this out of the way. Now grab your handy dandy 9/32 and pop off all 4 screws. With a little wham bam, thank you ma'am. She is out, but not so fast because it's still connected. So you pop these out the same way. You're just going to push them down, pop them out. Push them down, pop them out. You might have to finagle with them a little bit, but they'll come out. Now this one is a little bit different. You got to push this in and then pull this up, and then it all comes out as one piece. So you're basically sliding it up and it'll pop out just like that. And then this one you just push down and pull it out. Bam. And just like that, she's out. Wasn't as bad as you thought, huh? So now we got to go ahead and transfer everything over from the old unit, including all the screws and these climate control buttons. They got to go into the new unit. So in order to get them off, you have about 13 screws that you got to pop off. And once you get those off, we'll go ahead and show you how to get the climate control and the clips as well. So you're going to grab your handy dandy Phillips head, and then you're going to start popping these bad boys off. Remember, there's 13 of them. So we're going to go ahead and do the rest off camera. And don't forget these 2 little sneaky ones up here. You got to pop those off in order to get the unit out. And with a natuget, she'll come right out just like that. So now that she's out, you're going to go ahead and transfer over the climate control to the new one. And you also need to transfer over these orange clips. So in order to do that, you have 4 screws for the climate control right there. So grab your handy dandy Phillips and pop them out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at that. Nice and easy. So go ahead and put it onto the new one, same way you took it off. She looks pretty, don't she? Look at that. So once you got all 4 nice and snug, now we can go ahead and focus on those orange clips. They're a little tricky, but grab a pick and we're going to get it done. The easiest way to do this is to grab the pick and just pry it up a little bit, and then you use your fingers the rest of the way. So right here you can see I'm just finagling with it, and I'm not forcing it. I'm not trying to bend it or anything. I'm just taking my time, little by little. You want to be gentle because it is plastic and it can break. So boom, just like that. Now let's put it on the new one. And now you can go ahead and clip it on there just like so, and let's move on. Nothing to it but to do it. Now we can go ahead and put the big piece right here back on, and you're going to want to angle it forward a little bit like this in order to get it on seated nice and properly, and just finagle it. It'll fall in. So now you're ready to put all 13 screws back on. Just make sure not to over tighten them because it is plastic again and you could break something. And who wants to deal with that? So this is your creation. This is what you're left with. So there's no gaps in it, no weird deformities, which I really like, and the craftsmanship is there. So let's move on to the inside. So now that we're in here, we're going to go ahead and put these screws back in case they want to use the factory radio, which I doubt they will, but it's an option. So now we're going to move on to wiring this bad boy up. And before you do, take a minute and take a picture of this box, because this is going to be the reason your steering wheel controls don't work. All you got to do is go into the factory settings, enter 000, and then choose the name of the box that you have, and it'll get it working. So we're going to go ahead and wire this bad boy up. This big plug goes there. You can't mistake that. And then you're going to give it a little tug, make sure it's secure. And then we're going to go ahead and plug this one in right here, starting from my right hand, so it's the first slot on my right. Now grab your antenna. You can't mistake it. It only goes in one spot right here. And grab the other side, connect it to this little cable with the little red mark on it, and make sure it's snug. Now grab the harness that's coming out of the box and plug it right here, the little box that I told you to take a picture of. Now grab this cable. It's going to go in the first white slot starting from my left. This is your backup camera to use with your original factory backup camera. And you're going to go ahead and push it till it clicks. That's very important. Now find the other yellow cable right here and connect those for your backup camera to work. So now you're going to grab this cable. It has two white cables coming out of it. It's going to go in the second slot starting from my right side. It comes out of that little square box that I told you to take a picture of. You're going to want to make sure it clicks. So now you're going to want to find the black and blue cable right here. This cable is going to connect to the one that's coming out of the actual radio, the red one right here. And you're just going to click it. Don't mistake it with the purple cable right here, because this purple cable is for that little beeping thing that we're not going to use. So it's right here. I think it's like when you back up it starts beeping, but no one wants that. So now we're going to go ahead and wire up the mic. So look for the one that says mic on it. It also looks like an aux cable. And we're going to go ahead and run the wire for it. So let's go. So we're going to put our mic right here, and then we're going to run the wire under the steering wheel right there and come out the side right here. So this is what I'm going to do, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and grab it from the bottom, pull the slack through, and we're going to go ahead and put it through that little opening right there. And you could see it right there. Pull the rest through right here, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. We actually decided to sticky tape it here. So we're going to go ahead and put the GPS. I'm going to stick it to the vent right there, because in South Florida we use the air conditioning a lot, and we don't got to worry about it falling when it gets hot. So that's what it looks like right there. I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice little push one more time, make sure it's on, and you can't mess this up. It only connects into one place right there. So now we're going to connect the USB cables. You get two of them. You get a 4-pin and a 6-pin, and you have 2 slots for each one. We're going to use the 6-pin, which is the left slot. So here you can see that the USB is connected on the left slot, which is the 6-pin. So we're going to go ahead and connect this wire, which is a 4-pin wire, into the right slot right here and push it till it clicks. So now that it clicked, we're going to go ahead and connect it to, this one right here. So this gray cable is what's going to allow you to use this USB inside the middle console right there. So if you don't want it, don't connect it, but I suggest you do. So we're going to connect it and then electrical tape it because it's a loose connection. And bam, that's what she looks like. So now we're going to go ahead and reroute the USB cable to fit into the glove box right through here. So it's pretty easy. It's a wide opening, and to take this off, it's pretty easy too. You're just going to bend this back, and then there's a little clip right here, and you just slide it off and it pops right off, and this comes off easy peasy lemon squeezy. And that's what it looks like. I don't know if Dodge anticipated this, but it looks factory to me. So yeah, let's move on. So I went ahead and connected all the 5 connectors we disconnected because I want to test this out before we actually button everything up to make sure it works. Moment of truth, boys. Let's go. Woo! Look at that. I guess we did a good job, didn't we? Now let's turn up the volume, make sure this bad boy is working properly. And looks like it is. Now you want to test out that backup camera, so let's do that. And the tailgate is down, but it works. So now that we know that, let's go ahead and button everything up. So this part's a little bit tricky, but you just got to start shoving it. Shove everything anywhere you can, and it'll close up. Don't forget your 2 screws on top. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure nothing got unplugged. Looks good to me. Bam, bam. So it has the climate control right on the screen, and a lot of radios don't have that, which I like. So now we're going to go ahead and connect the CarPlay. So boom, hit link to connect the phone. Bam, found the phone. So now CarPlay is connected. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So hit the maps. Got our maps here. And now let's hit the music. So let's navigate to the music. Here you go. Bam, look at the music. And finally, we're going to test out the backup camera. Boom, look at that. Works too. So I do want to mention it comes with a rear backup camera on its own, and it also comes with this little speaker thing. So this speaker thing is going to beep when you back up, and you can hook it up. We didn't. All right, my friends, so the tools you're gonna need for this job is going to be a 9/32 socket, a T20 Torx, an extension, your ratchet, a set of picks, a Phillips head, and then something to pry with. They give you this in the box and it works really well. You'll also need electrical tape and then the radio. That's the old one, but I'll leave a link in the description to the one that we used. Let's keep going. And boom, just like that, you went from caveman style radio to touchscreen radio. And by the way, you could play videos on this, but always remember, if I can fix it, you can fix it.